Too many black lives have been lost out there in this world for all reason. But this is what they say. They said the blacks are killing each other. So that make it okay for them to kill us because we're killing each other. Black people need to communicate. Black people need to join forces together and protect each other, not killing each other. So for all the black people out there in this world that is having violence among each other, we want you to stop. And we're not saying you should go out violent against anybody out there either. But because black people are killing each other, it's okay for you to also kill us. And it should just go. And nobody say nothing. Everybody turn a blind eye to it like it's okay. It's not. So, for George and his family, I feel your pain. When I watch a video and see that police officer have his knee and his neck and he was begging to survive. He was begging for hair. He was begging to live. He wanted to live. He didn't want to die. I almost cried watching the video. I put myself in his place and they would have done the same thing to me. So for all of you people out there who are watching and following what's going on, it could happen to any one of us. All of you out there who are mothers and fathers, who have a brother or sister, a niece or nephew, anyone in your family member could go down the road and the same thing happened to them. They never come back home alive. You heard that they rushed them to the hospital or they're being shot out in the street and die. Not because they were out there committing crime or being violent among anyone, just because they're hated for what the color of their skin look like and for a race. So many black lives have been lost, and when we talk about it, people make it look like we're overreacting, but we're not. Let the table turn around and see if they would go quietly and knowing that somebody else is targeting their kind and killing them. No. We have prayed long enough. Our prayers may be answered and maybe they're not. Because the prayer that we pray and all the prayers that we've been made, again, this thing is keep happening. So it's time now for us all to stop kneeling down and pray. God hears our prayers, but He also will give us strength that we can get up and fight for our rights. Get up, stand up, and fight for your right. Fight for what you think is right for you and for all mankind. And fight for what you think is right for your brothers and your sisters, so they could live a life free of fear, free of walking down the street and getting killed because of what they look like. Or somebody might see them and say, oh, he's black. He's probably trying to come burglarize my house and shot him or call the cop on you. No, that shouldn't be happening. But that's what's happening. So what we have to understand is praying is not getting us anywhere. We have to get up and act. We have to get up and take a stand for ourselves, for our brothers and our sisters. Sitting down is not helping. We're sitting down long enough and no changes have been made. And if we continue to sit down, it's going to continue to happen the way that it's been happening. There's people all over the world protesting. We need the protest to continue. It must not stop until our voices have been heard. So I said to my fellow black men who are trying to make better for yourself and better for your neighbors and better for your kind, who need the only thing we're looking for is just justice. We're not asking you for anything else. Treat us the way you'd like you to be treated. Treat us the way you'd like your brother and your sister and your daughter and your son and your mother and your father to be treated. This is inhumane for a man to take another man's life the way George loses his life, and many more black Americans who have been killed unharmed by a police officer. Many cases in America. There are hundreds of cases. And other cases that have not been caught and filmed before cell phone with camera came out when these things were happening. And all you got to do is just take people's word for it. So I said, continue press along and rebel, because that's the way that we're going to have to do this. We try it all other ways and it never, ever help us. Because it's still happening. So we have to rebel. Rebellious, we will have victory. And we must continue to rebel. Do not stay quiet. Rebel for the better of our people. For the better of this country. The United States of America must change its law to protect its citizens of this country. No one in America have any more right to live here, walk down the street with no fear than a black person. No one. We all should be able to do that. To walk down the street free. Because we are. We should be free. I don't know if we are free. Or we just have the chains off, but we're still free somehow. By our limitation of what we can and can't do. Or where we can and can't go. That's why we have to continue to fight for our rights. Nobody's going to fight for it for us. We have to be the one at the front line fighting for our rights, fighting for our freedom, because we're not free in this country. We are still entrapped in cages mentally, and they have barriers around us, but we can't see them, but they are. So we have to continue to press forward and do not give up the fight, because anytime we give up the fight, we have lost the battle as a nation, as a people. Do not let them divide you, because divided we will fall and we will lose our freedom. We will lose the right to have rights. So we shall fight and unite and stay together as a people in order for us to get anywhere as a nation. This is not just a fight of black people. This should be the fight of all human beings. This should be not the fight of America, but this should be the fight of the whole world. All black nation rebel. Fight for your freedom. Fight for your right. Fight for the right to walk down the streets and not get in racial profile and kill because of your skin color. The stigma is strong and the stigma is out there. And it's real. And we have to fight to break that bond, to break that cycle, that psychological thing that they plant in every one of them brain, that we're dangerous. What have we done? There's more people in this world that did more crime on this face of this earth, do more brutal things if you should go back in history, than one black person have ever committed. I've seen videos after these mass murder happened in this country. The police officers, the SWAT team came down and they reprimanded these guys who went out and commit a mass shooting in a school, a church, a business place, and just killed dozens of people. And he was reprimanded and taken to custody with barely a scratch on him. And have a fair trial that he might get off and, oh, he has a mental issue. And not getting killed at the scene when he was confiscated. But the black man gets shot for no crime. Or for some simple shit that could have just been a ticket. And many times the black men have committed crime in this country. And a white person commit the same crime, first offense, within the same constitution right, but yet still get a longer jail sentence than a white person. The white person might just get a slap on the wrist or just get probation, while the black man went upstate for 10 years, 15, 20 years. And there's so many black men in jail today that are innocent, that did not even do the crime. But guess what? They have to convict somebody for the crime to make the police department look good like they're doing their job. So who get the rap for that? A black guy that's walking down the street, or he was caught in the camera in that neighborhood that a crime just happened, so let's throw it on him. He's black, he was in there, he must be the one who did it. We have to continue this fight for our right. Fight for your right. Rebel if that's what it takes. Rebel. We have to rebel. We have to keep a strong head and a tunnel vision to get where we're going, because if we keep, we're going to lose focus like it happened before. Rebel. 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 For George Floyd. Rebel for George Floyd. Rebel for George Floyd. And all the other black people who have been killed in these streets like animals. Shame on you, America. And your citizen who did shit like this. And all you racist bastards out there. Shame on you.